5 or 6. They don't do it anymore.
Okay. I have it.
What's up, guys? Today's June the 1st, and this is for the record. I got end cap, cop watch here. And we're coming into the let's see over here. Oh, it says this transmission isn't too good.
Oh yeah, all this will block the signal. This whole building.
All right, I guess I'm gonna. Hey, do you guys hear me? You guys got me clear? Hey, Four Corners.
If we are all residents in presentations, Councillor Bassan.
Madam Vice Chair, tonight I have requested a presentation from William Bowen with the Albuquerque COC Program Manager on understanding the 2023 point in time count. And I would really like for Mr. Bowen, I think he's going to be on Zoom, in order to give us every so often to count those who are unhoused and living on our streets here in Albuquerque, and there's a certain process in order to do that so that we can make sure that we get an accurate representation of how many people we have that need help, and also so that we can get some federal funding. Is Mr. Bowen?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
I have a slide. Can everyone see that? Thank you. All right, so hello. My name is William Bowen. I'm a program officer with the New Mexico Coalition to End Homelessness, and I'm here today to give you and interpret the numbers that are generated. What the coalition does. We're contracted by the city of Albuquerque to operate what's called the contained area. The major responsibilities this involves are operating the homeless management HMIS, operating a coordinated entry system, implementing a housing and service system, and conducting the violence. So to start off, we want to just define a couple of things. HUD, other places not meant for human habitation, as well as staying in hotels paid for by an agency. Homelessness, 3 is homeless under other federal statutes, and 4 is fleeing or attempting to flee domestic violence. This is the count. The count has 2 main components, the unsheltered and sheltered. The count focuses on the population of people experiencing Category 1 literal to unsheltered individuals. The shelter count, meanwhile, is conducted by running reports of the aforementioned HMIS. HMIS is a HUD-required database that contains client data for persons experiencing homelessness. The system, but many do not. Lack of participation in HMIS, which is meant in units and beds in Albuquerque. For agencies that don't participate in HMIS, we conduct that by having to fill out spreadsheets manually, are unreliable. The PIT numbers are often cited as the official number of persons experiencing homelessness, and count is not the only data point we have that's consistently collected or that can be used to track.
Albuquerque.
Inherently flawed, the demographic and narrative data we collect still helps us identify trends like racial disparities and homelessness and information on the shelter system. I'm hearing that I hold. I'm not sure if my internet connection is stable enough to continue.
It appears that the connection is a little bit unstable this time.
Well, I believe we have someone in person who might be able to take over if I'm having internet issues.
I have your presentation.
Okay. I'll go. Should I go ahead and continue, or should we have someone take over?
Let's go ahead and continue, sir.
Okay. All right. So, for example, here's the data on racial disparities that we collected this year. You can clearly see that communities of color, such as our Indigenous or American Indian / Alaskan Native, African American, and Native Hawaiian population, transitional housing, and unsheltered, which are all the groups that are included in the PID count. So, as we mentioned, there's a number of issues with the PID count and its reliability. The first is that the count relies on volunteers, which means the workforce in a given year is to stop decommissioning during the week of the count, but we were ultimately unsuccessful. Many teams went to areas that had previously been identified as densely populated, found that they'd been cleared, and several arrived in areas that were actively being decommissioned. Understandably, people don't want to complete a survey when everything they own is being thrown away. So here we can go over some of the data. You can see the jump in the overall PIT numbers from 2022 to 23, including all of those who are unsheltered in emergency shelters and in transition unsheltered count. It looks like a huge jump in homelessness, and it's been reported as such. And while we believe that the number of people who are homeless is growing, the degree of the change that you're seeing is actually correlated to an increase in volunteer participation and coordination. So here you can see the increase in total volunteers and volunteers who completed more than 2 surveys. The overall number of surveyors roughly triples, and the number of higher volume surveyors more than doubles. It's not, but it also lumps together all of the beds across the state. So in Albuquerque, our number of beds was only 1779, while the PIT count, including all of those unsheltered in emergency shelters and in transitional housing, was 2394, as well as 727 refusals, which is a measure that we tracked for the first time this year of people who indicated that they were unsheltered but did not want to complete a survey. And of course, this significantly overshoots the bed capacity that we have. Furthermore, we estimate 5,000. So another issue is that focuses only on one subcategory of that type 1 homelessness that we identified earlier. It does not capture those who are experiencing what's called invisible homelessness. This includes people who are currently couch surfing, precariously housed, or self-paying for hotels. They don't qualify as literally homeless by HUD's Category 1 definition, but they lack children, those fleeing domestic violence, as well as other vulnerable persons who are in danger if they sleep on the streets, like youth and seniors. So the number of persons experiencing homelessness is dependent upon the definition of homelessness we use, and it can affect the number in either direction. So while we've established that Albuquerque's emergency shelter capacity can't meet the presumptive demand for beds, we also need to consider the quality of the beds that are being offered and why some would prefer to sleep outdoors after collecting the data. Our most common responses are the following. Violence, this is a fear of violence or a past experience of violence in the shelter. Someone who's been assaulted, sexually assaulted, or harassed in the shelter.
What's your name?
Scott Blackledge.
Scott Black, and you are?
Officer Garrett.
Officer Gary?
Garrett.
Garrett? You gonna let this man violate my rights?
Nobody's violating your rights.
He is.
We're just asking you to locate to the designated area.
He's trying to tell me what to do. I'm not
He's
bothering
informing
anybody.
you. He's not.
I'm not bothering anybody.
The rules are very explicit, sir. For everybody, it's applied
Can
across.
you give me the rules?
It's applied across.
Can you give me the rules?
I don't have to give you a
I
public.
can
for
see
right
so
now-
he can see.
But for right now,
You need to prove yourself. I don't need to prove that I'm not doing anything in there.
I appreciate the fact that you were sitting down, quiet, and
Yeah,
doing-
exactly.
Absolutely. However,
However,
the
what?
city council
I'm not doing any.
has
I'm not breaking any
explicit
law.
rules in a certain area. of
They
the
can't
city.
make any rules that are violating my rights.
It's not violating.
I'm
your
not
rights,
doing
sir.
anything.
This
Yes,
is
it
an open
is.
meeting,
You're
and
trying to
you're
make me
entitled to
do
be there. Okay.
what?
All
You're
right,
trying to make me
we're-
do.
I'm not going to
What?
You will be escorted out.
You can't trespass me without
I'm not trespassing you. I'm simply going to escort you out of the building.
Well, I won't
Just
be
like we
moving.
did last time.
No, not by like you did last time. Last time I went out because I was out of batteries, so I didn't want to stay in
Well,
there
whatever the case
and
might
see
be,
you guys
but either way,
violate me. That way I needed to be safe.
You're welcome to set up
But
over there,
I'm gonna
just
sit
like
down.
everybody else.
I'm gonna
Not while you're
if I
filming.
sit up over there, I'm gonna stand up
No,
so I
sir.
can
Again?
so I can adjust my camera the way I want to, where I want to. When move it again, sit back down, and then I'm gonna be disturbing people then.
Right, so
And then I'm gonna be disturbing
Then
people.
just sit down.
No, I got the right of freedom of press
We're done.
to be
We're
able
done
to
discussing
get
it.
my story the
You
way I want to.
understand-
You're not gonna tell
you
me how to get my
understand the
story,
situation.
and you should
You're
be able
entitled
to
to set
respect my right and defend me against this guy who's trying to violate it, and defend me. And oh, you're not an officer?
I'm an officer.
A police officer?
Places, right?
Thank you.
So you can set up. You can set up. You can set up there, but you have to go to that.
Why are
court.
you locking
We're
the
not
door?
done discussing yet. Okay?
I'm done with talking to you. I didn't need to talk to you.
Just because it came to my attention, and that's a concern for all of us, because, so, Mr. Ayala, do you know, or does somebody know why we would be decommissioning equipment while a pit count is going on in the city of Albuquerque with notification and planning?
President, Councilor Hassan, I don't have the information right at my disposal at this point. I know that both families, I don't have that.
Madam Vice President, Mr. Whelan, Director, do you have more information for us?
Council President, Councilman Son. So prior to the pit counts, what was requested was 30 days of no moving encampments, which these areas, because it becomes a hazard not only to the people that are there, but a hazard to the general public. They use the sidewalks in those type of areas. So what we did, we worked with Family Community Services, we said we can give them 10 to 12 days where we will not clear an encampment. However, they were made fully aware that if it was an immediate hazard, we had to address it. We couldn't let an immediate hazard be there for 12 days. So what we addressed during those 12 days were immediate hazards. The hazard that had already been counted. So I'm not saying the numbers are wrong, I'm not saying they're right. All I'm saying is what solid waste did with Family Community Services. And it was the two things. We addressed the immediate hazards, which we told them to begin with, and we had to do the
New Mexico Coalition and Homelessness and with the directors so that we can figure out, I mean, my concern is if the numbers are skewed because we're.
service. We are all for that because we want to have an accurate count as well, because that's important to administration as far as
So that again, we can figure out how to move forward and make sure that we have more transparency and clarity for next time.
Thank you, Councilor Stan.
First initial, the first name, the first initial of the middle name. I'm gonna say month, I'm gonna say year. So if we come across that, they are just like you and me. This
Purposes, I was listening to
house surfing, so we add that to the.
count. Does it include the literally homeless, imminent risk of homelessness, or you don't ask that question at all?
We do ask that question. We ask if they are suffering from a disability.
You know, some folks that are suffering from addiction issues.
C4, the International City County Management Association. He's here to present on grant.
Hey, thank you. We're an international organization that focuses on local government. So I also broke down easy enough without the professional capabilities, but they're not required to do so under the form of government. Not over time if you need to go.
There are a lot of